Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all of you that are tuning in here tonight to MATCHFIT Entertainment's official coverage of Rainlight Racing's 2025 LMU Series. It is Season 10 for Rainlight Racing and their second LMU season, and probably the last, I suppose, with the end of the year coming up very bloody quickly, and what is also the last round here in Season 10. The boys are out at Imola tonight. We must thank, obviously, SIMBLACKS for getting on board again with the Rainlight Racing boys, giving away some awesome freaking prizes as always. But let's talk about MATCHFIT. Let's talk about Rainlight Racing, and we're at Imola tonight. I'm Davo, J-Man, as always, right by my side. How are you doing, my friend?
Good evening, Davo. Evening, viewers. Great to be back on a Monday night with the Rainlight boys. Obviously had some techie issues myself last week, so Davo got a good set of shoulders to cover me there. And looking forward to this one. 4.9 kilometres, 75 minutes after this 15-minute qualifying session, so a lot of times to be laid down now, and some quick runners straight off the bat. We did see George Goddard's in a real sweet patch of form at the moment, but as I mentioned, 75 minutes, be governed by virtual energy, fuel, and the tyre, I would imagine.
Yes.
What have we got? 19 turns. I reckon it's 18, but they call it 19. Around this 4.9.
But we're not going to split hairs. No, that's right.
Yeah,
I tend to agree.
Real cool sections. Look out for turn 2, 3 on the opening. Historically and statistically, it says there's always a little bit of drama at the start of most races we've broadcast here in between turns 2 and 3. So that is the Timberillo chicane down there, and then they get the run down to the Villeneuve. So famous race circuit. It's been on the calendar for Formula One and various manufacturers' platforms for quite some time. It is a very technical circuit. Like I mentioned, it has got effectively 3 very tricky chicanes to negotiate. Obviously the first one's probably the easiest, however Villeneuve gets a little tighter on the exit, so watch that sand trap out there tonight. And also top of the hill, the Alta chicane, turn 14, 15, they take off in an amazing amount of curb out of the right hand side on the way in. The cars are happy about it by the look of what I've seen already.
Yep.
But just have to manage those track cuts as well, because that will be at the forefront of mind for the drivers out there. Big shout out to all the drivers that have attended this season and have pressed on. I do believe we have got around about 19 cars out on circuit for this finale, so she'll be a fitting one. And
yeah, great turnout. Great turnout, Jamie.
On the trophy. Can Nick Firth stay in second, or will he succumb to the pressure behind him as well? Because there is only about an 8 or 9 point swing between second and third. There's about 80 points between first and second, I believe. So the championship battle is hot, and there are a lot of placings that we might touch on throughout the night. There's guys that just, want to get those bragging rights at the end of the season. All being said that this may be the last official season for 2025 for these guys. We're
Absolutely.
not sure yet, but we'll call it as we said.
Of course we will, J-Man, as always. But yeah, good turnout tonight, actually, for the final round. Awesome. Just the regulars, at least, turning up tonight. The platform has been testing, I think, the patience of not only the admin, but a few of the drivers over the past few weeks with recent updates, including ourselves. I think you already touched on it with technical issues for yourself over the past couple of weeks. So, but here we are, J-Man, smashing it out and delivering what is shaping up to be a awesome stream here for Rainlight for their final round here at Imola. A quick update, I think on the calendar it said it was a 60-minute race. I think that's a bit of a typo. I'm pretty sure it's a bloody 75. So,
Yes, it is.
So yeah, looking forward to an awesome final round here at Imola for Rainlight Racing's 2025 LMU Series. Again, like I said, proudly supported and sponsored by the good people at SIMBLACKS, and obviously you can hear Davo and J-Man on your speakers. That means it is obviously streamed by MATCHFIT Entertainment to you live on the YouTube tonight. Welcome everybody. G'day Bobby Louise, just looking at the chat box. Awesome to have you tuning in once again, and thank you. I think really got to put a big shout out to all of our supporters and viewers that have joined us over this 10-week series and all year, to be honest, with the Rainlight Racing boys. So yeah, really appreciate your support, and our regulars, Bobby Louise being one of them. Thanks for tuning in again tonight. Awesome stuff as we see the boys out on track at the moment. J-Man, first indicative time starting to come through. Break that down for us, mate.
Yeah, plenty of big banks started out in the 45s, and then all of a sudden we saw Croston go. Actually, it was Isaac Ichikawa went up into the 44s or 44.7, and then Crossy, just looking at those sectors, he went up into P1 provisionally. The time's still coming. The tyres will be up to racing temp now, and expect to see that totem shift a fair bit in the next 8 3/4 minutes. But yeah, looking at the sectors, definitely low 30s in sector 1, and then heading towards north of 37s, low 37s or mid 37s for sector 2, and then obviously it's around about a 36 odd second third sector, which makes up the lap. So I'm watching the micro sectors at the moment, and there are some drivers that do look very, very good at the moment. I think Ichikawa's still on the gas. He's got a little bit more in the tank there. Obviously Goddard is, I think, definitely a guy that's going to find himself somewhere towards the front of this one. Nathan Bewley, 45.2. We know he can do better than that in the Merc. And then obviously Steve Crossan leading the way on that 44.2. Costas Macrolos, that's another one. Watch out for the Corvette tonight. What has that got? We've seen at different locations throughout the season that car has been absolutely electric as far as its pace. So plenty to come as we see Isaac Ichikawa does go to the top on a 44.2. So under half a tenth of a second separates first and second provisionally in this qualifying session, still with 7.5 minutes to go. Noticing that yeah, a lot of guys running a lot of energy out there, so the car's obviously feeling a little bit better with a bit of load in them. And the pace that they are coming down into Active Minerali in these cars in this platform is quite amazing. 211, 12,
isn't it?
There's sparks coming off the front left splitter on pretty much every car I'm watching going down there, so it's fantastic to see these guys 10 rounds in have got a real handle on these cars, guys and girls too.
Oh, haven't they what? Obviously 10 rounds in, you know, like it's going to be your best race ever because you've really got this thing hooked up. You got your setups. You're used to the VE and the fuel burn and all of that malarkey. And look, this is where these guys are really tuned in. So awesome to see such a good field, J-Man, getting involved here for the final. And like you mentioned, the points, it's all coming down to this final round with the point situation here.
Yeah, it is. So Ichikawa still holding that top spot at the moment. Most of the cars out on track. I think the only car that I can't see out on track at the moment would be Rob Mitchell in the pits, and that could be probably just for a set of tyres, because I think he's on his way back out with just under 6 minutes to go. Nathan Bewley to the top now. I said we would expect more, and he has delivered.
Of course he has.
4-2-3-1. So look at the margins between first, second, and third, fourth right now is under a tenth of a second.
Oh look, Nathan. A new livery. He did mention this last week that he might turn up in a freshly painted car. It looks like maybe is it a little bit of a Christmas theme? I don't know going on there.
It's happy. It's spirited.
It's very red and white. Awesome stuff. but one of the usual suspects, no surprise. Ichikawa.
Ichikawa lights up the Delta in Sector 1, personal best. What's he got? Okay, Goddard goes to P2. So it's a great time to light up. He goes good in Sector 2. Magenta, fastest of the session through Sector 2, comes out.
There we go.
The Ultra Chicane gets the ready for the run down the hill. How dare, late to your dear breakdown here. It's a double apex left.
Well,
Ravasa.
when you got Magenta for a couple of sectors, you just want to push the envelope. But that corner, you can easily end up in the sand. Look at, he's pushing. He's pushing hard, J-Man.
Watch him run
really
shallow to the right here. You'll know that the number's good.
Absolutely. Harry Lawrence back this week as well after missing last week. And there it is. Harry Lawrence in the Porsche, actually looking like a bit of a dodgy Porsche to me. Looks like a default car. So we won't.
Yeah, that'll change over when they go to grid, Davo. You'll be sweet.
So good to see Lawrence back out there. Third provisionally. Steve Crossland out on track in the unmistakable SIMBLACKS Aston Martin, the number 43 car. Crossy, I did talk to Crossy actually on the phone this afternoon, said he had good pace, but always very wary about Imola. Him and me alike, we love this track, but it is a bit of a car killer, a car eater. Like, you get it wrong and it hurts. So Crossy doing well. Provisional 5th position, Pete Dawson. Provisional Nick Firth we talked about as well. Currently holding down 2nd position in the championship. J-Man, provisional 7th. Shane Fodeno back again tonight and probably still coming up to speed with the platform. So doing well in 8th. Will Dixon just rolling out of the pits. Watch that guy. He has been freaking speedy back half of the championship. So always one to watch. Costas Makalos, provisionally 11th. Sam Wozniak. Chris Fraser in the big bad Mustang.
Crossland to the top. Sorry, Davo. Crossland in the SIMBLACKS.
Very nice. Now, he did mention he had some pace in the Aston. Hopefully, it doesn't want to kill him tonight. So, the SIMBLACKS, number 43, Aston Martin, top of the list here already. A couple other mentions. Joseph Marnie out there. Lee Perkins, the magician. Also, Teggles in the Golf painted Mustang. Big fan. I'm a bit of a Teggles fan for at the moment. So good to see him up in 17th, but I don't think he's done a proper lap yet, but really kicking some goals the last few. Robbie Fox and Jason.
Listening to Hayden earlier in the evening too, David, it was one of the drivers saying he was probably happy to part ways with the Ford at the end of the season.
Well,
good enough of the Mustang.
Fair enough. As we just watch Ichikawa pushing hard, puts it off the track, into the sand. Bewley clearly chasing, like these guys are chasing Crossland's time at the moment now. Crossland has pipped him with a stellar time, a 43.719. Ichikawa with some work to do, but back in the pit, Nathan Bewley needs to sneak a 10th or more on his current time to get that sorted out. G'day, Isaac. Get back in the car, mate. Get out there and give it another crack. Oh, maybe you might not have time. We're on to a minute, but awesome. Thank you for hitting us up in the chat box there.
Yeah, that's Josh Thomas Thompson. We'll be tuning into him tomorrow night, so appreciate the watch from Josh. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy what you see tonight. These guys are going to go at it for their finale, and what a fantastic time for Crossy to step on up and put that thing up. And look at the VE that Crossy's running compared to the likes of Ichikawa's car, although Ichikawa back in the pits probably has re-energised that car, but 3%. You think he's running that thing light close to the bone for
Do you think so?
That thing
just maybe.
Just got just got enough of anything in it to make it. So he's done a beautiful job. 30.024 for Sector 1.
Magenta.
Right on the button. Yep.
Sparks are flying.
What can he deliver? We'll get a read on Sector 2 up here.
Stay on this. Oh, again.
Yeah, Magenta again. So he's looking to just stop the authority.
He's punching hard. He's punching hard. Crossy is on fire tonight in the number 43 SIMBLACKS. Remember that name, ladies and gentlemen. Official sponsor of the series, giving away some awesome stuff at the end of the night. I think it's a set of fucking great.
This is a good-looking third sector. Sorry, Davo.
You go.
Just sticking with Crossy here.
We are sticking with Crossy, absolutely. Here we go.
This will be one
Picks
for the
the inside
this
in.
one.
Oh, bam.
Yeah. So...
Session's over. Session's over. I don't think it was actually.
Dennis Gross, they didn't get the final sector, but man, that thing is super fast.
Very well, very hooked up.
Sector 1, Sector 2.
Yeah.
G'day, Matty Clark. Good to have you on board, mate. And thank you, Nick Firth. Appreciate those kind words. And mate, it wouldn't look anything without our fantastic artist for our thumbnails and everything that happens in behind the scenes. So
just quietly.
Thank you, Nick Firth. You are an absolute legend.
Let's throw one of them up right here. Nick Firth. Goodness here. And we are going to mention SIMBLACKS again. We just saw Steve Crossland put the official sponsored car on the grid, on the top row of the grid here tonight in the number 43 Aston Martin, the SIMBLACKS number 43 Aston Martin. SIMBLACKS again on board with some awesome stuff. Sim Magic P500 pedals, ladies and gentlemen, and it is a random draw. So look, with these guys, all you got to do is just get involved. You just got to be there and obviously drive, compete in a certain amount of rounds over the season to be in the draw for this stuff. And spin of the wheel stuff, random draw. You can't go wrong, really, ladies and gentlemen. Just get involved with these guys. So awesome stuff. SIMBLACKS again. Awesome. Get involved as well. Follow Rain Night Racing on their social media. We are going to quickly just get to the points, J-Man, really quickly here. Nathan Bewley sitting on the top at 5.99. Nick Firth 5.09 with Costas Makoulas 5.01. And so that is the fight at the moment. We'll drop down a couple. Obviously, Goddard at 4.71, but Harry Lawrence and bloody Will Dixon 4.46 each. Okay, so there's a fight to watch as well. Chris Fraser and Steve Crossland very close, as is I think Gunther Rowe not too far off the back of that little battle as well. Pete Dawson rounding at that top 10. We will drop down. There's plenty more. Hayden Tegg 11th. Then we've got Worcester, Mitchell, Bateman, Marnie, Fox, Wozniak, Clark, Perkins, Warren down into 20th. Frodeno, Glass, Clemens, Ichikawa, Kramer, Rue, Satherley, Frackery, Goebel, and McConnell, J-Man. These boys are rolling away. We need to get back to the action here because it's all about to kick off here.
Short formation lap before we commence on the 75-minute race. And we wish all the drivers out there, guys and girls, luck to this finale. And
absolutely,
thank you very much for such an awesome spectacle throughout the season. So go well, a lot of you. I think it's going to be an absolute ripper, and the pace from what we've just seen.
It's going to be awesome
from the get-go.
Yeah, I can't, look, the season's been awesome, and I can't see anything changing here tonight. It's just going to ramp up. Some points battles going on throughout the championship here, so everyone very keen. Crossland leading
off in the background.
Across the leading the pack in first with Ichikawa beside Bewley, Lawrence, Goddard, Makoulas, Dawson, Gunther Rowe, Nick Firth, Shane Frodeno in 10th, and we are off, and it's off. Look at this. Look at Lawrence.
For the big look.
Gunther Rowe as well, having a very good look at Bewley. And who's that mackerel? It is on.
So Crossland gets away with a very, very good start, but very much going with him is Isaac Ichikawa and Harry Lawrence. So it's about to get spicy out there. And who's that two abreast? That looks like
no, that looks like God off track. But back on very quickly, side by side with Pete Dawson at the moment. Look at him, it's all bunched up. Fraser sideways in the Mustang in the background. Good clean start, elbows out, start.
Is that Will Dixon?
I think that,
side by side as they come up the top of the hill.
Yes, I think that is, and it's Robbie Mitchell, Nick Firth. Oh, Mitchell was putting pressure on Firth there. Firthy dealing with that good clean start. These guys are in very aggressive start, but very clean. We'll get back up and watch Crossland come through that very dicky little chicane at the top of the hill there.
Yeah, the ultra chicane, they negotiated it very well, just panning down the field to see if everybody else got through it okay. Does look to be pretty good, the whole field coming through. One big snake still, effectively.
First lap. Good clean. Elbows out stuff already. Hey man, so this is shaping up. 75 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. This is gonna be epic.
Good start for Shane Fonato as well. Currently sitting P7. Goddard, one of the fast guys. Obviously just got run out a little bit wide at this part of the racetrack. And who's
that? Okay, so that's Ichikawa going past Harry Lawrence. Not sure what happened there.
It comes away with just a little moment from Tamburillo as well. And that's just allowed a lot of pressure from Nathan Bewley now. So it is on, and that was Fonato having a big look up the inside of Nathan Bewley, who was probably had thoughts about what to do with Gunther Rowe. He wasn't that awake to the fact that Shane was having a good look down there into Toza as they come up now over turn 9. Piratella drop down the hill into Aqua Minerale. And this is a tricky piece of racetrack. Hard enough to judge the brake marks on your own down there, let alone in a fierce battle. As Shane Fonato just works it up coming out of there. A couple of Ferraris line astern.
So Fonato working hard for his position at the moment. He has George Goddard, who we saw off track just momentarily in lap 1 there. Got that thing gathered back up and is on his way. Everyone pointing in the right direction. That's what's important here. And
really good start.
Yeah, as aggressive as the pack was, very, very tidy start, J-Man.
Yeah, super tidy.
So a couple
Fraser and Dixon still pretty close out on track as well.
Oh, the sound of these cars here. It's awesome. The throaty V8s, the Aston, the Lexus, the Mustangs, J-Man, the high revving BMWs and Lamborghinis and Ferraris. Such a mix. Obviously, I know you're going to agree with me, the awesome sound of a flat 6 in the Porsche as well. So these guys with LMU very much nailed the sound of these cars. Awesome stuff to listen to.
Now the pace is hot at the front, Davo. Just watching Ichikawa with the fastest sector 1 of the race so far. Obviously Crossland's got the lap time at the moment with a 45.08, and Ichikawa's behind him on a 45.09. And I tell you what, he's green in sector 2. I think Crossy, no, must be someone else has grabbed sector 2. Not sure who it was, but those guys are trading, and they're just pulling a little ear gap on Harry Lawrence at the moment, just the slightest one. They're just a little bit, half a tenth here, And there they've just got a tiny little air gap, which would be good for Chikawa to try and set sail and focus on how to set up Steve Crossan. But however, 75 minutes, it's going to give him some time to just get down into his work and try and work out where Crossy's strengths and weaknesses are. I don't see a lot of weaknesses, especially when they just ran across at 44.8s up here, and then also Harry Lawrence ran at 44.8 as well. So the next fastest guy would be Nathan Bewley down there in P6 with a 44.9.
Oh, and talking about Nathan Bewley, J-Man, giving Gunther Rowe plenty to think about at this early stage of the race. Tucked right up under the wing of the BMW.
Yeah.
Bewley, look, Bewley, smooth operator, without a doubt. Gunther with an up and down season so far. Having some bad luck here and there, but always up for the fight. And looking very speedy tonight. So Bewley will have his work cut out for him, trying to get past Mr. Rowe again tonight.
Yeah, Nick Firth doing the business too, just trying to work over Pete Dawson as well, just coming down the back.
So close.
And he's right all over him. He was just chased him from the start of the lap. He's been so close. Shows him the nose there just to let him know, Pete, I'm here. I'm looking for a way through. And they have got Shane Frododo and George Goddard just up ahead of them as well. So I'm sure they'd like to just progress up the road a little bit and just tag on to those guys. This is a good lap from Steve Crossan too. I might add further up the road. He has got magenta in sector 2. And track cut sector 1 because it's given us nothing.
And we can visually see that because he's gapped Ichikawa. The car's settled in nicely.
45.
Wow. Ichikawa chasing. They've left Lawrence behind. J-Man, a little bit of a slip up from Lawrence. Losing that position to Ichikawa. Costas Makalos next on the list there, but
big moment for Bewley there through.
Chasing down Rowe. It's on, isn't it?
Yeah, he was really, really close, and he just had a moment. And just see there, just Gunther Rowe dropped the left rear out into the sand. That it's little mistakes like that when you're this close, that is just going to incentivize the guy behind you just to have a look, because you know at the pace they're running, a tiny little mistake can be the difference at this pace, because they are borderline on qualifying pace at the moment.
Oh, absolutely. And just look at Ichikawa again. So we saw him
sideways. Gunther. It's going to give Bewley a good look. He manages to gather it up in cover.
Whoa.
But that car looks loose. Those
wow.
wheels don't look happy, and he's sideways again.
Wow.
Might want to stick with this for a second because it does look like it's about to heat up. Those tyres are getting a true working over early on. Maybe just driving that car to a number that it's not happy with at the moment with the pressure of Bewley behind him.
Look, equally it's hot battle going on behind there with Shane Frododo and George Goddard as well.
Yeah.
They are very close as well. What I was just starting to get to was Ichikawa. Even with the gap that Crossan had in the last sector across the line in the last lap, he brought it back very quickly in the first 2 seconds of this lap. They're just completing here.
Well, he did it by way of doing a 44.3 versus 44.4.
There you go. There you go.
These guys are just lowering the lap time every lap. It's PB after PB. So there's no settling down into the 75-minute race. It is a true sprint for 75 by what I'm seeing.
Yep, absolutely.
And Harry Lawrence matched them as well, 44.48. So, albeit there's an air gap, don't count Harry Lawrence out. We've seen how good he is over the long run.
A few other notable mention. Wozniak chasing down Teggles, chasing down Marnie.
Marnie, yeah, I saw Hayden was really, really close the lap before, and look, those two there are actually closing up on Wozniak and Fraser.
And Fraser as well, yes. So plenty going on, ladies and gentlemen, as we would expect. Final round here at Imola for Road Lock Racing's 2025 LMU Series. As always, MATCHFIT Entertainment proud to be bringing this to you. Bewley Bewley, that's all you need to say. Just go, Bewley.
It's ominous.
Yeah,
He's just searching, and he's just putting so much pressure on. He's forcing Gunther to just really possibly, overdrive the car at the moment. And those rears are just not happy. They just look every corner I seem to pick up. He's just working it up.
Yeah. And look, no disrespect, but I know Gunther can be easily distracted when he's under pressure. And we've seen it a couple of times.
Here's a run.
Throughout the season, and here we go. So, yeah, Gunther really needs to focus here, J-Man, doesn't he? Oh, nearly overlapped, nearly a bump off. This is, look how close these two are. Oh my days. That doesn't get much closer. Look at Goddard. Goddard is stepped away from Fodado.
44.2 now for Crossy. Once again, they lowered the benchmark.
Working hard. Crossy, staying focused, head down. Don't worry about Ichikawa. He's not under your wing yet. Stay focused. Lawrence, not too far behind. We've lost Lawrence's beautifully painted tartan / plaid Porsche tonight.
Yeah.
But here we are. Either way, cost us back a loss. Gunther Bewley has dropped back. Okay, so Bewley's made a little bit of an error there because he's dropped back into the clutches of George Goddard now. Gunther has kept his cool. And is running well. Wow! Bewley.
Unbelievable.
Man, the camera angle that we just had it on there, the boys had it on there, was just so graphic of the way Bewley threw that Mercedes into the corner there. Amazing. Does not get much better than that. The control Bewley has over this car is next level. Fodado, like we said, dropped back a little bit. And it's actually dropping back into the clutches of Pete Dawson, Nick Firth, and Robbie Mitchell, J-Man. Will Dixon actually not too far behind that, so I'm just wondering whether Dixie got maybe a bit of a sketchy qualifying lap because he's been so quick at the back half of the season and chasing back through the pack at the moment. Crossland, Ichikawa, Lauren.
If you want to talk about consistency at the moment, Steve Crossland, his average lap time for the last 5 laps is a 144.2. Next best would be Gunther Rowe at a 45.2. So when we're taking a 5-lap average, Crossland is just absolutely hitting the marks every single lap.
Yep.
We don't want to jinx him. We don't want to put the commentator's curse on him. But
okay, we'll get the cameras off him immediately.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's all going in the right direction for Crossy, and he's got pressure from Isaac as well, which is makes it equally as impressive. And then obviously Harry Lawrence in third's not that far behind. Costas Makrolos is having a bit of a dream run at the moment. He's sitting there P4.
Clean air.
Really no pressure in front or behind. He can just go about his laps, bank off, cut him off the first 50 odd minutes, like this, and he'll put himself in a good position for the back end, especially if he's not overworking these tyres and getting engaged in a dogfight, because the guys around him certainly are.
Oh, look, and what bigger fight than Nathan Bewley got the row fight to Jamie?
Well, and George Goddard has put his name in the hat with that, because he is underneath. He's got the toe right now of Nathan Bewley, so he's in touch.
So they run across the start-finish line down to turn 1 here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so Bewley's last lap wasn't a good one. I think it was 45.0. His lap average for the last 5 laps is a 147, and play that against somebody like Crossan leading the race at a 144.4 average.
Yeah,
You can't just bank off one good one. You've got to keep accumulating the total race time, and that's what Crossy's doing well. And Bewley, we've seen him time and time again go and do that, just smashes out the good averages, but he's tucked up in behind Gunther at the moment. He's going to have to construct something here, maybe looking for a pit window. seeing where he can drive this thing to. It's early days. We've still got just under an hour of this race left to go, so bit of a patience game going on at the moment.
Just getting out of the back of Pete Dawson's, and big shout out to Pete Dawson, rocking the MATCHFIT entertainment car.
Here's a move. He's going to get a run up the hill.
Who?
On Shane Fotterdo, gets it a bit untidy out of Aqua Minerale, and they head up to Alta Chicane, and he's going to be on the wrong side, but can he do a switchback? Nick Firth's right in the hunt. Who's that right in the back of shot?
That's Dixon. That's Dixon.
So it's just got really busy there now. Might give Rob Mitchell a chance to catch up to if these guys start engaging in a bit of line swapping.
Oh man, look at how hectic! How hectic is that pack at the moment?
Yeah.
Wow.
Shane's the cork in the bottle at the moment. He's just trying to get himself back comfy because he was right on the back.
He's the old guy. He's the old guy in the fast lane, guys.
Yeah.
On the freeway. So
what have I seen? Sorry, up the front, Goddard has got Bewley.
No, so Bewley's gone backwards. There you go.
So, yeah, he's gone back, and now Goddard got sights on Gunther Road. Although Gunther Road a little bit further up the road, he's got about he's got about 1.3 seconds to make up to get there. Sorry, mate, as you were, that battle pretty hot down there with Firthy, Dawson, Dixie. How's Hayden Tegg going? He's still on the back of Joseph Marnie. I swear it looked like this 3 laps ago. Mustang versus Mercedes.
This four-way battle that's going on here from Fotterdo back to
the battle
to Dixon is next level. Look at Dixon all over the back of Firth. Wow. And who's coming up behind there? That is actually Robbie Mitchell.
Yeah, that's
jumping
what I said.
in.
If these guys start battling, that 4-way is going to become 5.
Yeah,
and
so
how far back is Sam Wozniak? He's not that far back either.
No, he's not. So Mitchell wanting in on that party, whether he's invited or not, J-Man. He's on his way. Dixon, hungry for Firth. He wants that 10th spot.
Want some fish fingers?
Fish fingers, bro.
Now Croston, probably with the biggest air gap I've seen over at Chikara at the moment. He's got about 1.6 seconds over Isaac at the moment, so he's had a couple of good laps. Last lap round was a 1:44.4. So he's just maintaining that pace, so still gives him his last lap 5 average of a 44.4. So very impressive stuff to just keep banking them out, and such a disciplined drive so far. But this battle here though,
oh, this is definitely where it's at the moment. This is the mid-pack. We love the mid-pack, J-Man. This is...
Oh, mate. That's where all the cool kids hang out, mate.
You know it. This is where we hang out too, bro. So, does that make us the cool kids as well? Oh, maybe the cool old blokes. Yeah. That's what I wanted to hear. Perfect.
Just as you keep your eye on that, I'll keep my eye also, mate, on George Goddard, who is closing in on Gunther Road, and they are actually closing that margin down to Costas Macrolos little by little as well. So that's around about up to Costas. They are looking at around about a couple of seconds, maybe two and a half seconds up the road as Costas now.
So plenty of work to do there. Big shout out, actually. Oh, Lisa Tegg. Thanks for hitting us up in the chat box. Yes, go Teggles.
Yeah.
Davo's turned into a Teggles fanboy over the past few rounds. So yeah, always got eyes on the Golf Mustang.
Dixon on Firth. Will Dixon right underneath the wing of the Aston Martin now. Trying to fake him into something. Gives him a little love kiss down into the braking zone, but Firthy still hits the marks.
Gives him the hurry up, J-Man.
Absolutely.
And it's on. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen. Support Rainlight Racing and MATCHFIT Entertainment in the process. And here we go, Dixon. Side by side with Firthy up the hill. Oh, the grunt from the Aston.
Firthy got rights to the Piratella as they now come across the apex and drop down the hill into Aqua Minerale, down to turns 11, 12, 13. Such a technical piece of the race circuit. Oh, would that look better there?
Oh, looks like Firth covering, J-Man.
He is, yeah, he's definitely covering, and I'll tell you what, that is once again going to invite Rob Mitchell into this fight. He is right there.
Yeah, and it's what it's done is it's distracted him from Pete Dawson in front. Dawson, old PD, getting away there a little bit and allowing him to concentrate on Frodo in front of him. Both these boys rolling in the iRacing event yesterday for MATCHFIT events.
Yeah, for in the winter, part of 2.5 hours.
At the Winter 300, so these guys amongst it again tonight on a Monday.
Goddard showing the nose all the way down to turn 2.
Oh, look how close these three are.
Gunther not falling for it. And I'll tell you what, as quick as Goddard's got to Gunther, that gap up to Macrolos is extended again, and this is going to be something we're going to see throughout the evening here. Is, you know, on their own, they'll start to make margin on the car in front. The second they get engaged in having to defend or get off a line, it just kills the race pace.
It does. Absolutely, J-Man. Tiggles has brought his own fan base today.
He has, mate.
Where we got? We've got Haley and Lisa in the chat box. So awesome stuff. Thank you, all you viewers, for tuning in once again. Like I said, hit the like button, support Rainlight Racing and MATCHFIT Entertainment in the process. Jump on to these guys doing a stellar job here tonight. Big deal here tonight. Final round.
Dixie, right on. You couldn't get any closer.
Oh, Firth. Can he handle the pressure, J-Man? This is the thing.
Here we go. Got a run through the altar.
Awkward. Looked like he run in a little bit shallow.
There's an overlap. There is a definite
overlap. There's 100% a definite overlap on the right-hand side of the track, the right side of the track, should I say. Firth had no choice. He had no choice, J-Man.
No. Good pass there from Will Dixon.
So Dawson chasing Florida. MATCHFIT events livery there in the Dawson car. As we look over the rear wing, and we can see clearly that is Will Dixon behind him.
Now, Harry Lawrence putting the pressure on Isaac Ichikawa. That gap has fallen out to 2.2 seconds from Crossy to Ichikawa, and it'll be by the way of he's got a mirror full now.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me, Lawrence chasing Ichikawa. I think, we didn't catch it on camera, but Lawrence obviously had a little bit of a wriggle there because he was the one chasing down Crossy in the SIMBLACKS Aston earlier. Made a little bit of a mistake, a little bit of an error. Ichikawa pass. What's up? Lawrence finishes so well in the Porsche. Might not start hot, but man, does that thing finish very hot at the end of the race. So, always wonder why.
Sorry, mate. Sorry, just to pick up. Nathan Dooley back to P5. Costas Macrolos through.
Oh, so past Rowe.
Oh, sorry. He's up to P5.
Yeah, so he's got past Rowe.
And Goddard. He actually got Rowe and Goddard. Because Goddard
got snuck. Well, I think Goddard has snuck past as well. So he's actually got that Goddard back, and then got Rowe as well. So interesting. It'd be interesting to see what the next stage was. I wish we had good replays on LMU, J-Man, but unfortunately we don't, ladies and gentlemen. So we can only just call this as we are seeing it now.
I can go back and see, so I'm going to go and have a look.
Yeah, you do that. I wish you would. So, Gunther, refocusing. now sandwiched between Bewley and Goddard. Plenty going on. But I'll tell you what, you know what's plenty going on means? Plenty going on means Steve Crossley, and we won't stick on this too. We do not want to give Crossley into number 43. SIMBLACKS, Aston Martin, the commentator's curse. So we're going to just quickly shout him out. We're going to give him a big yeehaw to Crossy in the SIMBLACKS car, and making a fairly healthy gap with nearly 2.5 seconds in front of Ichikawa, as he has to deal with hard charging Lawrence at the moment in the Porsche. No surprise, Lawrence coming for a look-see what's going on up the pointy end of the field here. If you can hear my parrot in the background, no surprise, Archie is very excited about this race as much as I am. Costas Makrolos holding down 4th position.
What it was Goddard and Rowe went side by side through the Villeneuve chicane and just sort of tripped Goddard up, and it compromised Gunther's run as well. And who was there to take the sweets? It was Nathan Bewley. Just slipped on through and got the job done down before.
Nice work, nice work, nice work. What's going on here between Gunther Rowe actually and Goddard? It looked like Gunther may... Did he just let Goddard pass? What is going on there?
Unless I'm not.
Okay, but anyway, those guys side by side, awkward line.
Oh, okay, no, he is passed, yep.
Across the start finish line there. So, Gunther may have readdressed that earlier situation. Oh, yes, I know who you're going to say. PD, Shane Frodo and Will Dixon, mate. It is on.
You bet. These guys all coming up the hill, line astern. This is a fantastic finale. The guys out there that have... Oh, Shane Frodo with a big handful of opposite lock at the top of the hill.
It gathers it though, J-Man, but look at the pressure.
That'll just
big
pitches and those, and a little run wide there is going to give
well,
a now.
He had a big wriggle at the bottom as well in the braking area. He's covered his line, but that is given overlap. This is going to be an awkward entry exit into the chicane here. Will Dixon right there to take advantage of any problems. Dixon pushes, literally bump drafts. PD.
I think there's a readdress coming from PD.
PD, I think there is as well.
Because he just rolled out of that.
Wow, just so wow, and who's back in the fray? Nick Firth, J-Man, in 11,
yeah.
And Robbie Mitchell. Robbie Mitchell's going like, yeah, this looks fun. Let me jump in on that. Oh, here we go. Will Dixon, Shane Frodo. Will Dixon, Shane Frodo. Across the start finish line. The grunt from the Ferrari.
Yeah, it looked easy, didn't it? And I can tell you, Isaac Ichikawa's chopped that margin in half. He's down to 1.2, 1.3 seconds to Crossland, and he's bringing Harry Lawrence with him as Ichikawa.
Yeah, Lawrence looking hungry, looking as hungry as he has pretty much the whole season. Look, it didn't really show up on our radar for the first couple of rounds here in Rainlight Racing's 2025 LMU series, but I tell you, by the time we got to Coda, he well and truly come up on our radar. Brought that Porsche from pretty much the back of the field all the way through to get a podium position. Definitely a standout.
From pit lane, that one. Oh, here we go. We've got a run, Dixie, on Shane Frodo. Shane just a little bit loose coming out the bottom of Aqua Minerale, and it's just given Dixie. Now Shane found himself in this position last lap, and it's another awkward entry.
But he's covers.
Just had to lift the throttle.
Where does he go? He just
there was nowhere to go. Gonna look big here on the brakes. Gives him a tap.
Oh, and a fairly healthy tap. It's actually run Shane into the sand there.
That might be a bump and run there.
So Shane gathers it up.
Shane might have given him the call and said, carry on, mate, you're faster. But I tell you what, Shane lost that. He lost that to Firth as well, and he's got
Robbie Mitchell. Yep.
Bearing down the inside. Oh, a little bit of contact at around 257 k an hour. They make a little bit of paint exchange.
I think Shane's just like, are you there? Are you there? Robbie's going, yeah, mate, I'm here.
Morse code, mate.
So, nice work from those boys. Look in the background. That is Joseph Marnie and Hayden Tegg. Not too far behind that little fight there. Again,
as they drive through the dust.
That is a party that they want to come to. So, yeah, it won't be long if these guys carry on like this. No doubt we'll see Joseph Marnie and Hayden Tegg in amongst that action. Oh, soon enough, J-Man. These guys keeping it clean and not fighting amongst themselves. So holding good pace. J-Man, back up the front. We won't stick on the number 43 car too long. We don't want to give them the commentator's curse. Steve Crossland out in front by, nearly 2 seconds. Isaac Ichikawa in second. And he has plenty of pressure from Harry Long. Yes, you're up front.
Yeah, just put a move on the outside of Lee Perkins at Tosa there. That's turn 7. That's the hairpin. That's not an easy place to do that. And managed to make it live around the outside in that beautifully painted Lexus. I think that car looks fantastic.
We are missing a Lexus here tonight. I think it's Ken Worcester. James, where the hell is Ken Worcester?
Yep.
Wheels, where is he? I hope everything's okay. But yeah, another one that usually rocks the Lexus. Unmistakable bright green Wheels Inc. Lexus from Ken Worcester. So I suppose with Ken not here, we also miss his fan club.
So Pete Dawson, Will Dixon, Nick Firth, just got a little air gap between them now. It's the biggest we've seen. It's sort of settled down. If I pick on the averages again, I'm just going to go back through and just give you an update on consistency throughout the field. That's changed around now. So Steve Crossland leads the race with a 45.097 average. Isaac Ichikawa 45.015. Harry Lawrence 45.068. And then we go back to Macrolos at the 45.4. With all that fresh air, he's just banking very consistent numbers as well. And then we go to a 45.3 for Burley, so nice and consistent. 45.6 average for Goddard. And then we drop into the 46 averages from there on out. I think from Dixie down through Dawson, Firth, Robbie Mitchell, and then Rob Fox, 47.9 average. So very consistent laps banked here tonight in the finale, round 10 here.
Yep.
For season 2 for LMU for these guys. Fantastic constructed series, and I think this is a fitting finale from what we're seeing. Super competitive.
Oh, absolutely. As we just see Dixon in the sand out on to the start-finish straight. Slowed his pace, only marginally. Giving Pete Dawson just another sniff. The power of the Aston Martin, is it enough? Probably not, but he's giving it a red hot crack. Nick Firth in tow. Shane Fonato has dropped back from that pack. We were just talking about Robbie Mitchell and how Joseph Marnie and Hayden Tegg were actually catching the back of that pack, and they have done so. Now tagged on to the back of Robbie Mitchell. So let's get out of the front of Hayden Tegg's car, actually. The mighty Mustang.
Yeah, listen to that coyote sing.
Good clean stuff. Always a handful, the Mustangs. They are. Teggle's got a handle on this thing. I think it was you that just mentioned earlier in the broadcast that he might be changing cars, or will definitely be changing cars. Maybe not a fan of the Mustang.
Yeah,
Oh,
look, I think he's seen enough of that,
It's-
so he'll be welcoming a new season for sure. But look,
fair enough. Fair enough.
he's got a handle on it.
He
And I'll
does.
tell you what, Steve Crossan from the front at the moment has got a 2.3 second air gap over Isaac Ichikawa, and what a great way if he can follow this through for the naming right sponsors for the SIMBLACKS team to see their car out front leading the way. Super impressive.
Yeah, stellar job so far. Like I said,
He's not letting up, mate. He is absolutely pushing this thing.
we're not going to give him too much airtime. We don't want to give him the commentator's curse.
And look behind him. Look at Harry Lawrence just.
Oh, look at these two.
monitoring the back of the
Look at these.
Lexus.
So they're preoccupied, which is good for Crossy, isn't it, J-Man? Like he can just focus on what he's doing, hit the marks, hit his numbers, and these guys can fight it amongst themselves as much. Yes.
Oh, just gonna say, so for yourself and the viewers, time's ticking. We've been consumed by the quality of the racing here. We've got 38 3/4 minutes left to run.
Oh, halfway.
We've got, virtual energy getting as low as 23 to 25% left. So they're starting to get down into the lower part of the tank now, fuel and energy wise. They start thinking inside the next 10 minutes about rejuvenating tyres and fuel. I'm not sure whether they go for tyres in this series or whether they just top these things up and carry on, because look, the pace hasn't fallen off that much. I think if we have a look at that, Ichikawa just went round for a 45.0 with a personal best of a 44.3. So he's lost around about 7/10 of a second, and effectively is how many laps have we done now, Davo? Trying to get a read on our lap count.
Good freaking question. Lap count is 22, my friend.
22 laps, 7 to 8 tenths and 22 laps. The fall off, the degradation on this tyre, it's very much an endurance tyre. So 75 minutes, it probably will fall off a little bit more again. But look, at the moment, it'll all be about the fuel loads. And Crossland from the top, 22%. Isaac Ichikawa, 21%. What's the lowest number I can see? 20%. Looks like Lee Perkins and Sam Wozniak have made their stops. They've been in and done.
So a couple of official pit stops already in, who did you say? Wozniak and Perkins?
Perkins. Yep. Done theirs. They are energised for the rest of this race, so that's Wozniak will be the first on the road of the pit stoppers, racing out of P17 with 58% VE in there, and then Perkins 62%, so opted for a little bit more. But however, Ichikawa 19% versus Crossy's 21%, so Crossy, even with the lead of this race, has just got a little bit more efficiency going on in the Aston Martin.
Yep.
That might be by the way of the Lexus's, the pressure coming from behind, or maybe there's a bit of drag off the rear wing because he's pulling that Porsche along with him.
He's literally pulling the Porsche along of Harry Lawrence. So
3/10 of a second. It has got some serious horsepower down the straight though.
look, the Lexus, and we see it actually in not only this platform but others. The Lexus quite punchy in a straight line. So awesome stuff. Ichikawa doing a stellar job. Just gapping actually Lawrence there a little bit in the first chicane. Got the row in the pits, J-Man. Nice tidy stop on the pit box there. Getting that out of the way, quick, smart, pretty much halfway here for the boys at the moment.
Throw.
Dixon on Dawson. J-Man is still ongoing. Nick Firth dropped back a little bit. Next cab off the rank in Shane Fodado. But Shane Fodado has an out of position. Well, it's Lee Perkins actually who's done his pit stop. So out of position, but probably ahead of the game with these guys here. So Interesting to see how that works out. Robbie Mitchell and Jason Martin. Tag in the background in the Mighty Golf Mustang. Go Taggles. Awesome stuff. Chris Fraser. Another stunning looking Mustang. Sparks flying off the number 77 car there at the top of the hill as they run down into, what's it called, J-Man?
Aqua Minerale.
Aqua Minerale, ladies and gentlemen. I should get a free like just for my pronunciation of that. Come on, peeps, hit the like button. Robbie Fox in 15th, not too far behind. Stunning job actually from Robbie so far in 15th. Gunther Rowe has been in the pits already, so he's back in 16th. Sam Wozniak.
Wozniak, he's filled for the end as well.
And Lee Perkins.
Left to go.
Lee Perkins and Jason Bone. I think I pronounced that correctly. So nice work. Back up the pointy end. Let's give another quick shout out to the SIMBLACKS official SIMBLACKS representative here, which just happens to be Steve Crossland. Go figure.
I reckon Crossy's on the dials. I reckon he's thinking about a pit stop here because he's just.
You think
lost
he's
a
dropped
few
back?
Margin.
Yeah, I think he's dropped back. I think he dropped a little bit the lap before as well. So.
Yep.
But in saying that, J-Man, he's still 1.9 seconds on my data here. So he's still nearly 2 seconds in front of these boys. Ichikawa has ramped it up because he's pulled a little bit of Lawrence in the last lap as well. So is it just Itchy? Is it just Isaac just pushing that little bit extra that's making the difference there? But those guys, they don't even look like they're stopping at the moment. Kostas Makalos dropping in and through and out of the final corner here. Does he look for a pit stop? No, he doesn't. Nathan Bewley, does he look for a pit stop? No way. None of these guys up the pointy end, even contemplating it. George Goddard across as well as Pete Dawson. So there's a fairly hefty gap between Goddard and 6th position and the rest of the field. So Pete Dawson in 7th, Will Dixon, Nick Firth, Robbie Mitchell, and so on.
So, watch the space. Gunther Rowe, obviously out there, he's energised and he's had a little bit of fresh air. He has got Robbie Fox up in front of him, who hasn't made a stop yet. But Gunther, I think he's going to get an air gap here and be able to just bank his ape. So I'm going to keep my eye on him. Oh, he just has a big moment. Sorry, that was potentially commentator's
Robbie Fox.
This isn't Gunther Rowe. Yeah, just had a big moment out of the Alta chicane, and that's not what he needed, because he just needed being with an undercut scenario going on to bank consistent laps.
Needs to be tidy.
Lap time.
Yeah.
But this one won't be pretty. This one could be somewhere in the 47s, I think, with that mistake.
Yeah.
Could be more. Plus 5.4 on his delta.
So Gunther just needs to focus here, J-Man.
It was a 147. It was a 147. He needs to be looking into the 5s, even high 4s at the moment to try and, because, yeah, the boys at the front are still doing 40. Crossy just banked the 44.6.
Wow.
Versus, what do we got? What the other boys? 44.7 for Ichikawa. Didn't get a read on Harry Lawrence's. Tells me that, yeah, 45.8.
So Lawrence just okay. So Lawrence, so they're coming through a little bit of lap traffic there. I think that's Joseph Marnie's Mercedes there. So these guys just trying to weave their way through a little bit of lap traffic here. Ichikawa's made clearly made a gain from that threading the needle there past Joseph. And Lawrence
gets a good pass.
I think he just got caught up with him. It just like through that fast section of the track there at the end of the start-finish straight, and through all that curly stuff there, and has really had to work hard to get past Ichikawa. Big gains there because of it, J-Man.
Yeah.
Crossland not letting up, like you mentioned. Costas Makalos. Like, man, this guy has literally been in clean air for most of the race, hasn't he? No pressure. All he's got to do is hit his marks, keep his head down, his nose forward. But Nathan Bewley is on his way, by the looks of it, into Mercedes, with Goddard in tow.
What's the averages for those boys? Nathan Bewley's average for the last 5 laps is a 1:45.1. Macrolos is a 1:45.4. So he's averaging 0.3 of a second. So you could argue that it's a tenth and a half. No, it's not even that. It's 3/4 of a tenth of a second a lap that he's making. But you can visually see it now. He's got eyes on it, and we see the Corvette come down through the lane. So he was one of the guys with the lower levels. He was about 3% left, so he needed to go. That thing not as efficient. Will Dixon, he's going to have to go as well soon because he's down to 4%.
Does he go now as he just rolls out of the final corner here, tucked in behind? He's
going to go one more.
Yep. Nick Firth in, J-Man.
Yep, Firth in the lane.
Pulls it up neat and tidy, does Nick Firth. No mistakes there.
So think about Gunther Rowe having a bit of a snaggy lap. What does he do when it comes to Dixie in the pits? Oh,
Dixie
Sam Wozniak with a DNF. Not sure what happened there.
He's serious? That's not good. As we just watch Costas Makalos roll out of the pit lane.
Firthy coming out of the pit lane. Where is Gunther Rowe? He's coming down pit straight. Firthy got a long way in the lane to go. Gunther through. Here he goes. Firthy still on the limiter.
He's going to lose to... Who's that, Robbie Mitchell?
That's Lee Perkins through.
That's Perko. Okay.
Yep.
There you go. So we'll let the deltas adjust here. Perkins through. I don't know whether that was actually a position change, Jay, but we will let that all pass out. Yes, Crossland in the lane. That is definitely
Bewley in the lane also.
Bewley, and who is that? Goddard, J-Man. Also in the Ferrari. In there as well.
Harry Lawrence in the lane as well. And
oh, here we go. Here they come. Here we go. Here we go. We got PD.
Harry Lawrence with the gain in the pits.
PD and Dicko, Dixie as well. So it's all happening, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Crossland rolls on out with Harry Lawrence in tow.
Yeah, Harry Lawrence, the best of the pit
stoppers. There you go. Because
he managed to jump Ichikawa and he got a whole lot closer to Steve Crossland.
There you go. So a whole bunch closer to... Is the Porsche more efficient on its VE, J-Man? I wonder.
He's got significantly less than those guys. He's got around about 10% less than Ichikawa and about 6% less than Steve Crossland. So it's a battle to the back. Harry Lawrence plays the long game very well, and he's put himself into provisional P2 post pit stops. Nathan Bewley managed to grab Costas Makalos in that exchange as well. So he's just ahead of him. Goddard did manage to get Gunther Rowe as well. So
Goddard, so good gains for Goddard as well. Wow, there you go. Big shake up, J-Man. Pete Dawson also got a fairly healthy gap on Dixie as well. Will Dixon. So nice work from him.
Yeah. Hayden Teague managed to grab Joseph Marnie
as well, and very big gap actually for Teggles over Marnie there, J-Man. So plenty going on.
So back to it, Crossland just straight away on that outlap, just pulled that good air gap. He's got around about 2.8 seconds of Harry Lawrence. So
that's healthy. That's his biggest it's been all night, hasn't it?
Yeah, so he's come out, and I'll tell you what, that thing looks super good. He'll have no issues with the VE or the fuel, because he certainly put the high percentage out of all those drivers for this back end, this last 25 minutes.
Yeah, definitely
of this final race of the season.
Fueled to the end of the race there. Lawrence, Ichikawa, the chase is on, the backfires out of the back of Lawrence's car, epic as always. Big gaps back to Bewley in 4th position, so there's the top 3 and then the rest, ladies and gentlemen. No surprise. Yeah. Nathan Bewley, Costas Makalos going at it.
That's close. That's close.
Yeah. Goddard's not far behind Jamie too. Just see that camera shot there. You can see Goddard right there.
Yeah. Commiserations too for Rob Fox and Chris Fraser.
Oh no! Makalos around, nearly gets tied up.
Goddard only just missed.
Wow, that was so close from Goddard there. Wow.
Commiserations for Foxy and Chris Fraser on that one. It's certainly been one of the lowlights of the season, is the inconsistencies for LMU. Up your game, LMU. Sort your servers out. These boys deserve better, because they race better than the netcode delivers.
No, sure. No argument from me, mate. The servers definitely need to be addressed.
That's a shame. That is a real shame.
Yep. So Gunther Rowe in clear air. Pete Dawson in clear air. On the chase, Will Dixon lost plenty of space on PD there in the pit stop, J-Man. So nice work from PD. Nick Firth in clean air at the moment. And then we got Robbie Mitchell. So all these boys spread out a little bit. And we'll just quickly, Teggles, Hayden Teg. Don't let me forget about him. Sparks are flying off the front of the Golf. Mustang there, J-Man, Joseph Barney, Shane Fodado dropped back to 14th. So tough race. Lee Perkins in 15th. Jason Bone in 16th. Robbie Fox is in the pits. Chris Fraser, Sam White. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we go back. We're going back. Up the top, Steve Crossland, J-Man. What? Yeah. 3.1 seconds. Wow.
Yeah, I think the battle's going to be Ichikawa on Harry Lawrence. And speaking of Harry Lawrence, you know, when I'm looking at the numbers, and these guys probably do analyse this stuff after the fact and just see what that looked like. You know, it's a 75-minute race, and it's the first guy there with the best average. And I'll tell you what, that pit stop for Harry Lawrence, how efficient it was,
made the
bolstered his stocks as far as his overall race time, because Steve Crossland's averages now a 56.3. That'll get better slightly as he starts to bank off these really, really fast laps at the back end. But Harry Lawrence is sitting there on a 48.6, streets ahead of most of the field. I think the only other guy that was super efficient was Rob Fox.
Yeah.
And it's by way of, I think Foxy's still got to make a stop, or maybe he's a bit light on fuel because he's 18%. With 20.5 minutes to go, I don't think he's going to make it.
Fox is out. Fox is out. He's popped up in the chat box. So
yeah, sorry, it was Foxy.
Yeah.
But that 48.6 average really shows how efficient Harry Lawrence's stop was, and it's just bolstered him up that position.
Absolutely. Look, it didn't look like the Porsche could make the gains on track, J-Man. Like we were watching him, and he's quick. There's no doubt about that. But it just didn't have the punch to make the gains on track. And again, they get it done in the pits, don't they? You know, like if they can't make it on track, they've got to get the strategy right. Get that.
Hey, he's got a lot of wheel work going on at the moment, though, and he'll know that Isaac Ichikawa is coming, and he is closing that gap down.
He is. He ran a little bit wide there, actually, out of the hairpin there. So plenty of work to do yet for Harry Lawrence, because we have 20-odd minutes yet to go, J-Man, in the final round here for Rainlight Racing's 2025 LMU Series, proudly sponsored by SIMBLACKS once again, and broadcast to you live on the YouTubes by MATCHFIT Entertainment. That is J-Man and Davo, myself, here. So
yeah, and Nathan Bewley with a strong charge at the back end as well. So I'm watching him and he's doing a great job. Those boys have just come out of the Alton chicane. He's coming up to it now. He's just coming up the hill. So there's a big margin, and on current prediction, with the way the race pace is going, it will very much end that way, barring a catastrophe, because they're all on a very similar pace. Last lap round, leading from the top, Steve Cross at 45.4, 45.4 for Harry Lawrence, 45.3 for Ichikawa, 45.8 for Bewley, dropped to a 47.0 for Goddard, 46.7 for Macrolos, and a 46.3 for Rowe, 45.8 for Pete Dawson. What is the air gap from there? Pete Dawson's got around about 3.5, 4 seconds to make, I think, to have any sort of look at Gunther Rowe. You can see him as they're coming down the hill, down towards the Ravazza.
Don't cap PD out, mate. Don't cap PD out. You and I both know, Mr. Consistency here.
Yep.
And smashing it out. Definitely got Gunther in his sights. Bakalos and Goddard, we just had cameras on, both in clean air. Bewley in clean air as well, but always lightning fast. The race is at the top at the moment, J-Man, between Ichikawa, Harry Lawrence and Steve Cross on the... Although these cars, and you can just see the air gap between them here. Let's try and get a good camera shot here. So we can see Crossy there in this camera shot here, but there's Lawrence's Porsche coming over the brow of the hill, and there's Ichikawa's car coming over the brow of the hill as well. These guys are close. The slightest mistake from one of these drivers, and there's a position change. All of them right on point here tonight here for the final round in Rain Light Racing's 2025 LMU Series, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like and subscribe button. Support everybody. LMU Rain Light Racing, MATCHFIT Entertainment. This is going to be a cracker as we wind down. 18 minutes to go, J-Man. Right now.
Oh, you reckon Crossy can hear all the foreign noises going on? And
you can probably hear me yelling in the background. He's got us going in the back. He's thinking, what's that rattle? The Aston's falling to bits. The dash is squeaking. You know, I can smell petrol. Oh dear. Don't they make these in the UK? They're awful.
I'll tell you what a great time to shine though. He's really delivered in this race, and just, you know, I've seen him absolutely ragging that thing as well. So at no point I think has he let off, because he hasn't been able to with the pace.
He hasn't.
Ichikawa, Lawrence and Bewley behind him. Goddard was in the mix as well. He's just had to stay on it. So it's not like he's, you know, just gone on a Sunday drive. He's absolutely had to rag this thing consistently to try and
like I said, so I talked to Steve Crossell on the phone this afternoon.
What was his attitude, mate?
Oh, he just said, Dave, I've got pace. The car's got pace here. And I said, but what do you think about Imola? He goes, I love the place, but it can bite you so hard when you get it wrong. I said, man, it's a car eater. He goes,
good call. And I mean, right to this point now, Dave, he's still got pressure. He's still got Ichikawa and Harry Lawrence just absolutely firing the laps. And I'm going to get a read on late in the piece what sort of pace they're running. Crossy's just about to come across the line. So he comes across with a 1:45.2. No read on Harry Lawrence. Yeah, must have had a little bit of a cut in there. 1:45.2, also slightly quicker for Ichikawa than Crossy. Marginally. Nathan Bewley's about to come across the line. What sort of late race paces he got in this thing? So he comes across to a 46.0. So about 7/10 of a second slower is the Mercedes. The car that's been the one to beat all season long. We've seen breakout wins, just absolute dominant victories from the Mercedes from Bewley. But
absolutely,
you know, he often talks about he's in it for the fun of it, and he doesn't think too much about championships. But is this a championship drive where he's literally just looking at the numbers, knowing that, hey, a P4 will do the business?
He will.
Firthy's back in P10.
Yeah. And look, I truly think Firth is thinking about it as well, as much as they say they're not. They are. And yes, Bobby Louise, top job Crossy at the moment. Totally agree. Look, he's really stepped up here. And what a better time to do it. Final round here at Imola, supporting, obviously, SIMBLACKS in the official SIMBLACKS sponsored number 43, Aston Martin. Bobby Louise, you nailed it. Top job. Man, these guys are close. J-Man.
They are close.
We've still got 15 minutes to go. Slightest mistake, that is going to change very quickly. Nathan Bewley in a whole bunch of clean air. Really.
Yeah, he's got around 15 odd seconds
Yeah.
to look for. He's around 21.5 seconds off the lead of this race, but about 15 to 16 seconds behind the back of Ichikawa.
Goddard and McAloy both in equally clean air, as is Hunter Rose. So that sort of that mid-pack that we were chasing before is like really spread out.
Barney Fodder, though, is probably the closest out on track. I think they've got about 1.1 seconds separating those two at the moment. So that's 13 and 14.
And a big shout out to Teggles, because he's actually snuck past both of those boys and got the Golf Mustang up into 12th position and chasing down Robbie Mitchell at the moment, although Mitchell with a little bit of a gain and a gap on him. Lee Perkins.
5 odd seconds, and then he's got also got Lee Perkins in between them.
He's got Perko out of position. Perko just snuck in between them. So great final round here, J-Man. Few DNFs so far. I think we're down to 16 cars. But the racing is still so freaking hot at the moment. You wouldn't know it, because it's all going on still. Steve Crossland, number 43, SIMBLACKS, Aston Martin. What do you got there, J-Man?
Yeah, he's just rolled across with a 45.3. Plays a 45.4 for Harry Lawrence. He's just marginally 45.398 plays a 45.400, so the smallest margins, then a 45.5 Ichikawa. So maybe Ichikawa's run late in the piece for Harry Lawrence has just tailed off a little bit, because he just lost 10th and a half to those boys out in front. So I know it sounds like not a lot, but when they're trading such accurate lap times,
they are.
That is the difference. It needs to be on the side of green to make any sort of inroad. So
look, it does, J-Man, and this is where the look. We could show you the pictures, and you can clearly see we don't even actually need the data to see how close these guys are. But it is important, because you got to hit those numbers every lap, don't you, J-Man, to make it count?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, absolutely.
Steve Crossland. Look, we've got to give this guy some airtime, man. Again. The official number 43 SIMBLACKS Aston Martin, Steve Crossland, owner, pretty much owner and founder of Rainlight Racing, J-Man. Both of us good friends with Steve Crossland as well. Friggin' legend, this man. Famous Crossy. Famous Crossy, we call him. Let's go for a lap with Famous Crossy here at Imola. 10 minutes to run, across the line, start, finish line. I'll just shut up for a moment. Listen to this.
So accurate, Dave. If
Ah.
you're watching what I am, he's hitting all his
Oh,
marks.
mate,
No
look,
more wheel work than he needs to make.
mate, if there was any better laps to get on board with Crossy, that was it. That was it. Actually,
I
just
agree, totally.
smooth as silk. And why famous Crossy? Famous Crossy because he is very much an accomplished race car driver or karting or whatever in
Musician.
and musician in his own right. So hence the tag, famous Crossy. Yeah, look, we've been racing around with this guy for a good 10 years, and yeah, heaps of respect. So awesome stuff, and great to see this man out here tonight, smashing it out for the sponsors, and obviously the community, Rainlight Racing, that he founded. So yeah, awesome stuff. Mate,
Going to be a great interview at the end.
Look, I can't wait, Dave. I'll probably be able to walk out and have a smoke and come back. You'll still be talking to him. You guys great mates for years. So awesome stuff. Go Crossy.
Okay, so Harry Lawrence just about to just come around. I think Jason Bone as well. So
that is Jason Bone.
Just getting out the way there, just letting them come through.
So little bit of lap traffic. Ichikawa obviously will have to navigate that car as well. Thankfully, these boys actually Crossy, and Lawrence and almost I think Ichikawa as well. Bone can see these guys coming, so is getting out of the way pretty smartly.
Yeah, Ichikawa just caught him at a really awkward moment down the Ravasa there.
So that's probably just slowed him up a little bit.
Yep. He'll probably just roll out the gas just a touch, or a short shift will be enough to allow Ichikawa through. There he goes. So, I was looking at the battle a little bit further back between Hayden Tegg and Shane Faraday, still very much alive. With just around 7 minutes to go, those guys are still trading for 12th and 13th up there. So
look, I'd love to see Teggles just sneak past. Look, a big fan of both of these boys actually.
Yeah,
so,
Shane a long supporter of MATCHFIT.
Yeah. Look, a little bit torn because, like you said, you know, Shane, massive supporter of MATCHFIT, and Teggles. Look, I'm just a fan either way, but I just got a funny, just something. I think Teggsy's got a bit of an advantage over Shane because I know Shane's new to the platform, so given the right momentum, it wouldn't surprise me if I saw that Mustang go past Shane Faraday, but there is only 6 minutes to go, J-Man, and time is running out very quickly.
Yeah, we're probably, when we cross the line, probably only going to see 3 more laps. Here's Crossy. Okay, he's coming out onto the front straight.
It's going to be close here. What do you reckon, 3 more laps? What do we get? Yep. What are our times like here? 46s or something.
So Crossy just really at the back end too. Classy drive, just pulling out to around just under 4 seconds over Harry Lawrence at the moment. So he's doing a beautiful job at the back end as well. Really just stomping the mark at the back end.
Oh yeah.
And by witnessing that lap behind the wheel that you just showed us, he looked super in control. Like I said, I just watched Harry Lawrence for a lap as well, and equally so, he's doing nothing wrong. It's just the pace of Crossland at the moment in that Aston is just...
It's special, isn't it? He's got it.
It's pretty unbelievable. He's on the gas.
What another battle that is actually sort of closed up a little bit towards the end here, but I'm not sure whether there's enough time for anything to come to fruition here. But Costas Makalos, Gunther Rowan, PD, Pete Dawson in the MATCHFIT events car, starting to get a little bit closer together. Give these guys another 10 minutes. This was going to be on, but look, They don't even have 10 minutes. They don't even have any more races because this is the final round. It's all going to happen right now. Goss's
It's slightly up between those three though, although Gunther just missed the brake mark into Tosa there, turn 7, just run out a little bit into the marbles.
Which has allowed PD just that to just tighten that gap just a smidge. But yeah, quickly running out of time, J-Man, as we see Steve Crossland run across the line.
Yeah,
one more
worst
time.
lap I've seen Crossy run in a long time, a 47.8.
Well, there you go, there you go. So we got 3 minutes and 40 seconds about now. So we are talking what? Oh, there might be 3 laps in this yet.
Yep.
Steve Crossland, Harry Lawrence in the Porsche, and Isaac Ichikawa in the Tokyo Taxi, the Camry, the Lexi.
Pete Dawson with a huge moment out of the...
So Dawson, we got 3 laps. Look, Dawson's probably looking at the back of not Macalos's, Gunther Rowe's BMW thinking, I got this. So... PD not giving up. Look at that. Look at that car. It's got bloody Davo and J-Man's ugly mugs plastered all over the bonnet.
Sorry, mate. Harry Lawrence looks to be in...
Oh, he's going backwards.
He's
going backwards. He's going backwards.
The throttle.
It's coming, J-Man. You did mention, did he have the VE to manage the rest of the race? It was very low when you called it after the pit stop.
I think he's got enough energy. I don't think he's got enough fuel because he's rolling up so early. So I think he's in a spot of trouble here.
Wow. Wow. Here we go. Controversy, ladies and gentlemen.
He's definitely rolling out early. For sure, because he's just
here we go, he's let him go.
That they're going to have this lap plus 1 more.
He's let him go. He's misjudged the fuel load, J-Man, by at least 1 lap here. Wow. There you go. Tough luck for Lawrence. We know. Look, we don't even need to watch it.
Joseph Marnie, sorry mate, just picked up on that. Something happened to Teggy there, and he has got a lot of pressure.
For Marnie.
Right,
okay.
He's fallen off the back of, and he cuts the chicane there too.
Oh, look at these two sideways. And now side by sides. Has Tangle's got the same issue? Is he low on fuel, J-Man? Can you see any data from Hayden Tagg's car?
Or is that just on the VE, but I can't see the fuel number. But
Marty wide!
Waza as well.
Oh!
And Teggy whipped it up on exit. It's going to give the run to the
What's this? What's this? Across the line. Oh, so close, J-Man. Wow. And it still is. These guys side by side. Not much between those cars. Wow. Oh,
not there.
Jesus. Wow. It was close. Let's get back up quickly to the podium. And Steve Crossland running across the line, which...
Yeah, this will be the final lap.
This will be the final lap. Ichikawa now in second position. We're suspecting Harry Lawrence. Like, he's going to come in third, but definitely conservative. He's off the throttle. Nathan Bewley running down past us, the pit entry there. Goddard in tow, J-Man, not that far behind. Costas Makalos, Gunther Rowe, not too far apart. Pete Dawson, slowly chipping away at that BMW. He only has 1 more lap to do it. Can he do it? Look, it's easy to say that he might be able to catch Gunther Rowe. Passing Gunther Rowe is another story altogether.
Well, if he's going to do it, he's got 4,900 metres to think about it and execute it. It's now or never. If he thinks he's got something in the tank, he needs to let it rip now.
He needs to do it right now. Absolutely. Will Dixon with a bit of a gap behind that, as is Nick Firth, Robbie Mitchell, Shane Fodder, Hayden.
Harry Lawrence is on 1%
Are
energy,
you
so that
serious?
was what it was. He was trying to make energy.
Tell
He
you.
has rolled out. He has rolled out. Nathan Bewley's on 2% left.
Really?
These guys have cut it to the bone. Ichikawa.
I thought you
Is
were
on
saying
four,
that
Cross is on
bloody
3.
Lawrence was low on fuel, not energy, but now...
Well, I thought it was Phil, but he has rolled out. He has rolled
Okay, so you
right
reckon
out.
Bewley's rolled right out as well?
Nah, Bewley's still on the gas. He's got 2%. Now he's down to 1%. Crossland comes across the line, takes the checkers, takes the honours in the final round. Go the 43 SIMBLACKS racing Aston Martin with a dominant victory over Isaac Ichikawa. And then Harry Lawrence does make it on 0% fished. I suspect they go down to the micro sectors on that and did do the business. Nathan Bewley, he comes across half throttle across the line for P4. And then Goddard was very, very close at the back end to Nathan Bewley with that fuel management going on. Macroloft as well.
Look at Lawrence. she's
electric mode, that one.
she's shaking that car. Yes.
3 for 6.
So where are we? Bacalos 3 for 6. Gunther Rowe with PD. Not too far behind those boys in a very close contact. At the end there, nice work. Will Dixon, Dixie in ninth.
Firthy.
Nick Firth rounding out the top 10. Nice work. Robbie Mitchell, 11th. Shane Fodder, 12th. Tagsy. Oh, this isn't over.
Yeah, Tig won the battle between himself and
Joseph Marty.
Yeah.
Because that's
And then
Jason Bone there, out of
Bone,
position.
Yeah.
Lee Perkins in the pits, Jason Bone in the pits, J-Man, wow, just freaking wow. That was awesome. Big thanks to SIMBLACKS. Get over, don't just quickly listen to us for another 15 minutes, but when we're finished, get over to Crossy's Twitch channel, and they are going to, I suspect, do a live random draw for the SimMagic P500 pedals, very generously donated by SIMBLACKS. Once again, J-Man, who have we got in the bloody comms box?
We welcome to the box out of P3 Harry Lawrence, and he was going for the hybrid look at the end, the electric mode Porsche. Harry Lawrence, you got us on comms?
I do.
Mate, got to congratulate you on the P3, but also on the strategy too, mate. You were super efficient in the pit stop, super fast in the race. Give us a little bit of an insight to that race for you, because it looked like an absolute sprint race from flag to flag.
It was between us front three, and I couldn't find a way past Isaac, so I had to do it in the pits, and took 6% less energy in the pit lane, and ran out with, basically I needed 2% more to get to the end.
Yep.
Yeah, we saw you with 3
We
laps to
saw it.
go, trying to make a bit of energy, mate. We knew that you're in trouble, and you know, with the pace of you guys, you just, you know, a lift here and there is just going to cost you in it. But you managed to salvage that P3. I think was a great job, because you guys put a good air gap between the next guy, and yeah, fantastic drive, fantastic season, Harry. We've seen some great drives throughout the season from yourself in that Porsche. You know, me and Davo, we love a Porsche, mate. So well done.
Yes, big fans.
Thanks, but I might be choosing a new car for next season.
I think you already
Yeah.
mentioned that in previous interviews.
Yeah.
As
I
much
think I
as
have.
the flavour, mate. So
you've been doing really well in it this season, but I think I do remember you saying, no, I'm out of this.
Yeah, I might go to the Lambo or something.
Nice.
well, we appreciate the entertainment you provided throughout the season, Harry. It's been fantastic to watch you, mate, and very, very, very fast and classy drives out there, mate. Well done on the P3 tonight. You deserve, you probably deserve better, but look, you played the strategy call and still made the podium. Well done, mate. Congrats.
Thank you very much.
Right, so that is Harry Lawrence out of P3. Does a fantastic job. Where is our old mate Isaac Ichikawa? Roll down. Here he is. I'll grab him down. Was an absolute fantastic drive from this guy. Would have loved seeing his eyes would have lit up when he saw his mate on fuel save mode, but however, very, very good drive. Probably deserving of the P2 based on before the pit stops. You had the measure of Harry. Isaac, you got us on comms?
G'day, guys. How are you?
Yeah, mate, fantastic. We just witnessed an absolute ripper race from especially the front three. There was nothing separating you for the better portion of it, mate. You must be spent after that one.
Mate, I'm actually pretty happy overall. Like you guys probably know, I've missed, I don't know, 5-6 rounds. And yesterday, myself, Nathan, George, Hayden, we were all driving a different car apart from George. So we did the 12 hours at Spa. So we were all driving a Ferrari. And then to jump in the Lexus and do this tonight, yeah, pretty happy.
Well, you had the thing wound up tonight, mate. It was super, super quick. We saw some moments there, especially through the ultra chicane at the top of the hill, was just blistering the way you guys were firing them across the curbs. And the pace, you know, I was looking at the race lap averages and pre-pit stops, you guys were averaging 1 minute 44.8 on average over a 5-lap ratio. So the pace was just, I think the first 7 laps, you guys kept lowering the lap record every lap, and you guys were mirroring each other. It was fantastic to watch. The level of driving tonight for the final round was nothing short of impressive, mate. So well done on the P2, and yeah, limited running in the series. So congratulations.
Let this man speak, Isaac.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I was surprised to see Harry jump me in the pits, but I guess didn't pay off in the end for him, which is unfortunate. But hey, it's nice to try something new, try to jump someone. So I take my hat off to him, and he seemed quicker than me, but he just couldn't find a way past, unfortunately. I was actually thinking of letting him go past if he was right on my tail, just to not let the other guys catch up. But yeah, didn't have to in the end.
Yep. And those early laps, Isaac, was it very much that we saw you approaching Crossy, starting to put some pressure on, and then Harry would sort of jump on the back, and then that looked like that created a little bit of opportunity for Crossy as well to just, when you guys were sort of battle mode, just to stretch that gap a little bit more, because the lap times were very, very consistent. Was that much of what we were seeing out there? You guys sort of going to battle, sort of let Crossy run his pace a little bit?
I'm not sure. I think the times just dropped off a bit, and then they'd come back, and then they'd drop off. The chicane, Crossy would pull away from me through the chicane, and then Harry would gain time on me through the chicane. So I must have been doing something wrong through the chicane. But hey, with limited practice, I didn't want to go too silly. So yeah, just thought I'd play it safe through there.
Yeah. Fantastic, mate. No, it was very impressive to watch. I think it's probably the fastest race pace I've ever witnessed for a GT3 car around Imola for that duration. It was super impressive. I think I called the dig about 7/10 at about 20 something laps in, and which is very, very impressive at the pace you guys are running. So congratulations on the P2, mate, and we're already looking forward to seeing you out there again next season, whenever that may come. So thanks for the entertainment, Isaac. You've been an absolute pleasure to watch, mate.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Thanks for continuing on with the Rainlight Racing boys, and it's a pleasure to be able to watch the streams back, and you know, good for people who may be interested in joining the series or anything like that. So I look forward to seeing you guys next season.
Awesome, mate. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Isaac. Awesome, mate.
From P2 in the finale here tonight. But look, the guy we're going to bring down next definitely put on a performance tonight.
I wonder if has he got time for us?
Well, mate, we just had to get through the media. We just had to shuffle through the media.
We had to push everybody else aside. We're like, we need this guy just for a moment.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Crossy, mate. Famous Crossy. That was a hell of a
Wow.
performance, mate. We need a debrief on that, mate. Give us a sense of the emotion and obviously what just we witnessed there.
That was it's been a track I've liked, and then I was sort of someone took a setup that I already had and just mucked around with some traction control settings, and then threw it back and said try that, and I did, and it was just a lot more stable and got out of the corners better, like gained corners, like gained time getting out of corners, so I gained a bit there. I did a race today against I think Bewley is there and won that. Oh no, I spun actually, got pole but then spun.
Yeah.
But then did another race and won it. So I thought, okay, cool. It's feeling pretty good. But it just hooked up. It was just I like the track, and luckily it just spent the time, learning where you can and can't push over the curbs, and
Yep.
man, it just all come together. A couple of sticky moments though, like the race went flawlessly except one point. I think it was about 2 laps from the end.
Yeah,
I lost a little bit.
47.8 was the lap. That was the worst lap I've seen you run, Crossy.
I lost force feedback. I'm not sure what the corner is. You go that first hairpin, and you climb the hill to the then little
Tosa,
right,
turn 7.
and then that left. Yeah, as you turn into that left, it lost force feedback, so the wheel just like turned in, and it was a bit of a pucker moment, but managed to hang on to it and just got it home. But yeah, I was just definitely watching those boys behind me and enjoying them keeping each other busy.
Yeah, now look, it was impressive. I mean, one thing I focused on tonight was, you average over 5 lap period consistently, and obviously that kept updating. And that first 7 or 8 laps, Crossy, you guys were just lowering the benchmark. You were dropping deep into the 44s and just, starting to head down towards quali pace at the start. It was fantastic to watch, and you guys were all mirroring each other. And pre-pit stops, because obviously the pit stop lap throws things out. The average lap times are very impressive, was something like 44.8s, and then it dropped into the 45s post pit stops. But impressive stuff, mate. We rode along, and I think Davo actually picked the best lap to ride along with you. It showed how little wheel work was going on, how in tune with the car you were, and I applaud you on a night, the finale of the season. I think that was probably one of the best races we've seen for a while. The field was super fast right throughout, battles up and down the grid, and then for yourself to really just punch that home for the naming rights sponsors, SIMBLACKS. And I understand you're about to go and present and promote something for those guys as well. So what a fantastic night for you to do that in such dominant style.
Yeah, no, it's good to give good bit of representation for SIMBLACKS. Have been good supporters to us, and we're going to try and catch up with Stefan, the main man, on maybe on Friday, because Gunter's flying out. I've got the day off. We're going to shoot up to Auckland. Then we've got going up to the race for the weekend.
Awesome.
But,
Yep.
Yeah. But what I was going to say, I'm going to do the wheel spin after the race review on Wednesday night.
Yep.
Okay.
So what? Yep. So you guys are all over that. What we're giving away, the SimMagic P500
P500s.
Yep. Pair of them. Another good prize from SimBlack. So they just keep delivering for us, and we just appreciate their support. So it's awesome to be able to win the final with their name on the car.
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
Yeah, very fitting, Crossy, very fitting, mate. And hey, look, once again, thank you to you and the team at Rainlight Racing, putting on another fantastic series, welcoming us along to partake and cover all this fantastic racing throughout the series, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure. And once again, congratulations on taking out the final round emphatically, mate. It was a very dominant, great performance. It was the Crossy of old that I just witnessed, mate. The guy that I met a long time ago that could just go out and dominate. Yeah. I've seen that rear bumper plenty of times in my sim driving career. And I mean, it's okay when I witness it from here, mate, because, it's all good.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. But
hey, likewise, you guys. Thanks for your support and doing a good job and helping us grow this thing. It's all a big team at the end of the day. So, if anyone else still watching, make sure you slap a like and ring the bell for the boys on the MATCHFIT stream. So, definitely appreciate it. So, I look forward to watching this one back.
Awesome, Crossy. Appreciate you, mate. Thank you very much. We'll talk again soon.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Cheers, mate. There you go, Davo. That's a wrap, mate. That's another season in the bank for Rainlight Racing and MATCHFIT Entertainment. I'll let you close this deal down. I'm sure there's a few people you'd like to thank, and I've probably done enough talking. So thank you all, and I'll sign out.
Awesome, J-Man. Awesome stuff. Yes, look, a couple of thank yous, obviously. We've got SIMBLACKS, and we've got the graphic on screen at the moment. Crossy just announcing when they are going to give it away. I think it was the review on Wednesday night. So tune in to Crossy's Twitch for that giveaway live, ladies and gentlemen. Random draw too, mind you. And so big thank you to SIMBLACKS. But obviously, from us here at MATCHFIT Entertainment, look, thanks Rainlight Racing again for bringing us on board for their 2025 LMU series. It was season 10 for LMU, for Rainlight Racing, and LMU series. It's been awesome. We've done a broadcast for 2 series through Rainlight Racing this year in 2025, and it has been awesome. New platform, some learning curves as always for J-Man and myself as we get our heads around all this stuff, but good fun. And look, thank you to all our viewers. As always, supporting us, and all the drivers that actually put the show on at the end of the day, because they are the stars here, really, like putting on a fantastic show. It makes our job easy here at MATCHFIT Entertainment, obviously, when we're streaming all this stuff. If there is so much going on track, we've got plenty to bloody talk about, and plenty for you guys to watch, the viewers, and you viewers are friggin' legends. Heaps of support, heaps of likes, and heaps of views on our YouTube so far. So look, continue that on. Look, I'm not sure whether we're going to get anything else out of bloody Rainlight. It's getting close to the end of the year. What have we got in November, December? Maybe. Who knows? But we are gonna look. If you want to keep up with everything going on Rainlight Racing, because look, a couple of months to go before the end of the year, I'm sure they're going to put something else on. So follow them on their Instagram and anywhere else you can find them on social media. Links are in the description. There's a QR code on screen now. If you get your phone out, just quickly zap that. But definitely stay in touch with what's going on there, or join the Discord if you want to get in on what is going on next. There's always awesome prizes. Spreek. Yes, stay stay in touch with
Davo.
Yes, everything going on MATCHFIT as well.
Yeah, MATCHFIT. So MATCHFIT, obviously this week alone is a pretty good week for MATCHFIT. We just covered off a Sunday race.
Massive week.
Obviously we broadcast tonight, Monday. We do have another broadcast tomorrow night, Tuesday night. We are back into the iRacing garage with Supercars NZ. I believe Wednesday we kick off again as well with another iRacing series.
Next week.
Oh, sorry, next week.
Okay,
so we've got Wednesday night.
We do have a gap. We do.
and then back into it on Thursday night for the Lightweight Cup for ASRNZ. So if you do follow MATCHFIT Entertainment, there is still plenty going on for 2025 for us. We are operating around about 3 odd days a week at the moment on a light week, sometimes a little bit more. So make sure you keep subscribing, keep giving us some support, and there's still plenty going on for MATCHFIT.
Absolutely. I am bloody hoarse, and I know I've got another stream tomorrow night and then another one on Thursday. My voice is going. Thank you again, everybody. Look, and thank you for Rainlight Racing as well. We've already mentioned. Awesome, huge 2025 so far. Maybe they might sneak in a couple of little sneaky events before the end of the year. But definitely keep up with what's going on with MATCHFIT Entertainment. Just subscribe to our YouTube, hit us up with a like, support us, and we regular posts every week, just letting you know what we've got going on. Busy stuff. J-Man, leading up to Christmas. Thank you once again. You're all freaking legends. We will see you all again, either here at Rainlight Racing or elsewhere at MATCHFIT Entertainment. Thanks, guys. Bye for now. J-Man, bye for now.
See you later.
Is that creepy? Anyway, see you guys.